Hey, UD, how are you? UD, can you take us through what your read on what just the emotions, not just of your team, but obviously you're a leader in this league, you're a leader for guys in the bubble. Can you sum up how dramatic the last 4 or 5 days have seemed? And does basketball still seem like the sanctuary that it's always been, or are things still really raw for anything to be a sanctuary right now?
Everything's still really raw. I don't think anybody can prepare, themselves for, what's going on inside the bubble and what's going on outside the bubble. Nobody can prepare for this type of situation. So emotions are still really raw. Still a lot of, pain and, frustration. I think we had a couple of days to kind of, regroup, grieve a little bit, figure things out while we're here in the bubble. But ultimately, I think the huge platform that we have, right now in the bubble with the NBA is the best opportunity that we have to bring, some sort of justice and continue to spotlight the things that are going on in the world today. So collectively, as a unit, we're in the bubble, we're stronger.
You thought, I'm guessing you thought that after 17 years, particularly what's gone on in the last few months in this country, I thought you probably thought you'd seen it all. And then that meeting Wednesday night, just what were your takeaways from what the mood what was like in there? And a lot of guys gave you a lot of credit for speaking your mind. Was that something you went in there planning to do, or did you sort of read the room and decide that you had to speak?
No, I never really planned to say anything. I actually try to plan to keep quiet, but it's a lot of uncertainty, and like I said, nobody really knows what to do in situations like this. So, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of frustration. But everybody knows that something needs to be done, but nobody really knows what to do. So, that night was a rough one, but we figured it out, man. And ultimately, the NBA is back. We have the opportunity and the platform to continue to, like I said, shed light on what's going on.
Nothing about the past in these matchups necessarily provide you with any guarantees about what's coming. But since Giannis has become Giannis, going back, I guess, 4 seasons ago when he was All-Star the first time and most improved player, you all have ended up on the winning side of things more than not. Is there anything particular about the way that you all defend him and the Bucks that has led to that particular success?
No, they're a good basketball team, man. They're very well coached. They're very solid from top to bottom. So we expect to have to perform for 48 minutes if we want to get a win in these games and in this series. They got shooters. They defend very well. They got veteran leadership, and they got everything you need to be a championship team. So can't say it's one specific thing we've done, but we can't really focus on one specific thing. It's going to be multiple efforts. Every night it's going to be a different effort. It might be a different guy, whatever it takes.
You've been on a lot of different Heat teams over your career. Why do you think this particular group, especially with guys from different draft backgrounds, has come together as quickly as it has this year?
It's been a strange year, man. 2020 has been a strange year. I think, through times like this, people come closer together. I think this team has definitely grown closer together throughout everything that's going on in 2020. And that's something that, as a team and, when you're striving to win a championship, the closer you can be just gives you a bigger edge in order to achieve that goal. So, through 2020, through all the ups and downs and the frustrations, the pains, and uncertainties and everything we've gone through, this team, has found a way to continue to grow stronger and get closer.
Hey, UD, you said going into the bubble, you felt you guys had as good of a chance as anybody, and now you face as tough as a matchup as anybody has faced. Do you still feel that way, and what is it about this group that makes you feel that way?
Where you from? You think I'm going to change the way I felt?
Of course not, but I need to hear.
Who you right for? Because if you right for somebody else from Miami, you didn't know what that answer was.
Dude, I'm from Local 10. This is so you can tell us.
Clay, cut that out, man. I might not know you by the name or your voice because I can't see you, but you know damn well I ain't going to change my opinion on that. I feel like we can win it, and I feel like we have just as good an opportunity. When you look at everything that's going on right now, this team was built for the bubble, man. This team was built for the bubble. You talk about, tough. When you talk about hard-nosed, when you talk about work ethic, when you talk about mentally tough, and there's no mentally tough team in this bubble. There's no mentally tough leader in this bubble. And Miami Heat was built for anything. And, when you got Mr. Miami on your team, no matter where you at in the bubble, you still got the home team.
Hey, UD, you've spoken highly about Tyler Herro pretty much all season, and you spoke highly about him again during seeding play. What did you learn about Tyler in that first round? He kind of made history with his 66 points in the first 4 playoff games in his career.
How he stepped up and took the challenge defensively was the thing that was most impressive. It's no secret that, in the last series against Indiana, they were lining up our young guys, attacking our young guys, trying to get them in foul trouble, trying to get some easy buckets. Tyler was instantly, in the film room, going over extra reps with me and Coach Quinn, taking pointers. So, the way he responded defensively, in that first round and in that series was most impressive to me. We all know he can score the basketball. We all know how cool and confident he is, but the way he stepped up defensively in a playoff series, which is not easy for a young fellow, was definitely impressive for me.
You've been through a lot of different teams in the playoffs. How does it mean to get united as a team and being able to carry this message throughout the playoffs?
In and out a little bit, Shannon. I couldn't hear the last part.
Sorry. What does it mean for you to have this United in Black campaign and to be able to continue to carry the message throughout the playoffs?
Hey, Shannon, go Gators. For me, whatever it is, I think it has to be united. You know what I mean? And for us to truly, truly make a difference on all the issues that's going on today. We have to be united, whether it be united in voting, whether it be united in, what's going on, as far as whether we decided to play or not. Whatever we do, it has to be united. So United in Black, it's an amazing, slogan. I think it's a great thing to follow. But for me, the biggest thing about it is just being united. And I feel like moving forward, whatever happens, as long as we're united, we give ourselves the best chance to have change.